it's supposed to feel.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
How's it supposed to feel?
How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these dreams I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said.
How's it supposed to feel?
How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? I told you. Oh,
Heaven sent tipped $5. Merry Australia Day.
thank you. Who did that? Oh dear. Yeah, I told you I'd be here with my flag wrapped around me, and I'm here with a flag wrapped around me. Not only that, I have a t-shirt on that says Australia's calling and I must go. Okay, so let's get into it. Happy Australia Day, guys. Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. Are we? With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. Ooh, bit croaky. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. Shame on me. That's because I interrupted myself. I have a very short attention span, guys. Hey, going out to lunch? Deb, I'm a bit croaky this morning. Amy, Deb, Jay, how you going? Alex, how you going? God love you. Who else have we got in here? Paul, how you going? Pat, how you going? Mark, how you going? Thank you for hitting the like button, guys. I appreciate that. Hey, Rails, how you going? Happy Australia Day. There you go, Shredder. Yes, I'm a bit croaky this morning, but There we go. Okay, let's get into a little bit of news. Then we're going to jump over to Rumble for a call-in. How's that? Okay, Katie here said Grace Tame, who's an Australian, I don't even know what she is, wears a Fuck Murdoch t-shirt at PM's Australian of the Year function. Apparently she was named Australian of the Year after ripping 10 bongs. Okay, I've got something in common with this person. Oh, dear God. Okay. Let's just skip past that one. At least Murdoch is sort of here in Australia. They're sort of telling the truth. But not fully. I'd always be wary. J Cash, Mega Queen, said, oh my, this is a Trump masterclass right here. Trump takes LA Mayor Karen Bass to task. He doesn't hold back on her because he knows she's lying to him. He also cuts her right off when she starts to say she will need his resources. Let's have a listen. What's going on?
Expediting. So I signed executive directives right away so that we could cut the red tape. We could get people back building as fast as possible. And we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, the one thing is they
Yes.
are saying they will not be allowed to start for 18 months.
No, that will not be the case.
Okay, I just hope
That
you're
will
right.
not, you can hold me to it.
There's 4 groups said that. and
No.
That would be, they should
No,
be able to
that-
do it. They should be able to start tonight.
That will not be the case. You know, first we have to take care to make sure that there's not getting rid of the hazardous waste, cleaning things up so that people can start right away. And just like you said, if somebody had their house was destroyed and they're going to rebuild essentially the same, maybe a little bit longer, a little bit higher, they really shouldn't have to go through much of a process. So I want you to know that we are expediting that. We absolutely need your help. We need the federal help. You're a
You got it.
builder.
I told you. You will have no permit problem. There will be 0 delay. And as far as I'm concerned, you already have the permits. But
The resource.
I am more worried because I met at least 8 groups of homeowners, and I'm much more worried about the fact that they said it's 18 months exactly, and they were devastated. They want to start now. They want to start removing things. They're not allowed to do it now. And you mentioned hazardous waste. Well, the hazardous waste. What's hazardous waste? I mean, you're going to have to define that. We're going to go through a whole series of questions on determining what's hazardous.
Nope.
I just think you have to allow the people to go on their site and start the process tonight.
And we will.
Okay, good.
You can come back and check.
very
Mr. President?
Okay, we have footage of her saying it was going to take 18 months. Anyway, Mambo Italiano said, ladies, this is no joke. It's no longer 2017 and now all eyes are on Melania Trump. Get ready for 4 years of stunning looks, flawless outfits and jaw-dropping ensembles to admire and share. She's no longer the underdog. Flotus is the queen and she doesn't miss a beat. Even with a beanie on, she looks classy. Oh, well. I actually put nice oil in my hair. So if it looks really oily, it is. But I need oil to make my hair look half as good as that. Yeah. Okay, let's not worry about that. Kevin Dalton said, Karen Bass, I've done everything to expedite the rebuilding of LA. Trump, I heard 18 months to clear debris. Karen Bass, no. Trump said, that's what they're telling me. Karen Bass said, no way, you can hold me to that. Public Works Director, debris removal will take 18 months.
Working to get that pad ready for reconstruction. What we know from experience, and Colonel's on the line too, he can answer this. We know that the first phase will take some time. Phase 1 will take up to 3 months, maybe even longer, 6 months to get the toxics off. At the same time that is occurring, we'll be coming behind you with the process of debris removal. The debris removal can take up to 18 months, Supervisor. And I'm going to stop there because I want to make sure everybody hears that clearly. I know we want to set expectations, and I said at the beginning, I'm going to tell you what I know when I know it.
Okay.
Right now,
Sorry.
There you go. And she was at that meeting, okay? Yep, no. She's saying no. Jack Pozo said, did you know Karen Bass got her start in politics in the Venceremos Brigade, a Marxist front group in the US funded by Cuba. She travelled to Cuba many times. The Venceremos Brigade directly spawned domestic terror groups, the Weather Underground and May 19th Org. Is there more to this? Oh, someone did a deep dive into the commie Karen. How Los Angeles voted for her is beyond comprehension. There was an actual thread on her. I'm going to have to look it up and bookmark it so that I can read it. But it's right. They're right. Okay, Andy No, replying to Mayor of LA. What did Mayor of LA say? Thank you, Mr. President, for coming to Los Angeles to help us rebuild. We're grateful for your partnership. There's like 3-second clip. I thought it was weird Mayor Karen Bass only posted a 3-second clip of the press conference she did with President Trump about the fires. At the presser, Trump chastised her on prohibitions for residents to begin cleanup of their properties. Bass lied and said they were allowed to. Yeah, there you go. What a mess. 17 Absolute Redux 76 said, dasting that the DOD just announced they're going dark for, wait for it, 10 days. Memorandum, Senior Pentagon Leadership, Commanders of the Combatant Commands, Defense Agency and DOD Field Activity Directors. Subject, guidance concerning official social media accounts. In order to refocus communications for the DOD around the Commander-in-Chief's priority of reorienting the department around its core missions of keeping America safe, fielding the most lethal force on the planet and fighting and winning wars, all DOD components will adhere to the following temporary social media guidance. Social media posts from official accounts at all levels of the department are temporarily suspended for 10 days, effective January 25th, 2025. In order for DOD components to prepare for this reorientation of content on their platforms, the suspension does not apply to social media communications concerning DOD's current operations defending our southern border. In fact, this is top priority for the department. In addition, I recognise the duty and responsibilities of military installation commanders to inform service members, military families, veterans, base partners and visitors about base activities and services. Therefore, this guidance does not apply for normal installation-based operations and activities including customer-focused content such as base conditions, activities and services, DoD education activities, school activities, operations and notifications, morale, welfare and recreation and commissary operations and activities, and recruiting-related activities. Nothing in this memo should be interpreted as disrupting or ceasing normal installation-based operations and activities. In accordance with DoD Instruction 5400.17, official use of social media for public affairs purposes, August 12, 2022, as amended, social media account managers for institutional or individual accounts will follow records management procedures and account transition procedures as new administration officials assume their positions. The DoD values social media and the importance of communicating effectively and accurately with our various internal and external audiences. And this person's Kimberly Weyer, I don't know how to say that. Defense Secretary confirmed. Dark 10, enjoy the show. Maybe it's something that we misinterpreted. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Hey, Darren, how you going? Good to see ya. Department of Government Efficiency. Oh, Mouse of Doom too. How you going, Mouse of Doom? Who else we got in here? Ego Shredder. Just want to make sure I say hello to everyone. Paul. Yeah, Mark, I got you guys. Sybil. Michelle App, how you going? Timmy, how you going? Okay. Department of Government Efficiency. In the first 80 hours, approximately $420 million of current impending contracts have been cancelled. 2 leases have also been cancelled. Initial focus is mainly on DEI contracts and unoccupied buildings. So they pretty much saved $420 million already in 80 hours. That's what I'm getting. Okay, and Elon Musk is still posting this. Seriously, did anyone accuse President Macron of being a Nazi when he did the same thing Elon did? No. Funny that. Okay, Alexandra Marshall said, no, I'm not sorry my ancestors came to Australia. It's the most beautiful country in the world. I'll never apologise for the nation we created, the history we forged, and the extraordinary future we have. The sacrifices made for us must be honoured with joy, not guilt. Okay, Aussies, hello. The older millennial has said, I'm just going to say this. If you believe that 4 career police officers committed suicide from the horrors they saw on January 6, you're a fucking moron. Police officers don't kill themselves because they witnessed a riot. They get killed when Democrats don't want them to testify. Very, very interesting. Truth of a Truth said, what about the 10 NYPD officers that committed suicide after viewing the Anthony Weiner's life insurance video showing Hillary Clinton doing something nefarious? Very interesting. What do you think? Do you think they did, or do you think they were taken out so as not to be able to testify about what they saw? Interesting question. 6 News Australia said, breaking, Peter Dutton has announced CLP Senator Jacinta Price will serve in the new role of Shadow Minister for Government Efficiency following the creation of the Elon Musk-led US Department of Government Efficiency. It's part of the coalition's front bench reshuffle. Can we reshuffle Dutton out of there and get someone like Gerard Rennick, or who was the other? Who are they? There's a couple of them. There's only a couple of them. But can we get one of the actual Conservatives leading the Liberal Party? Mr. Fireside said, some say Captain James Cook's name should be erased from history. He mapped a third of the Earth, crossed the Antarctic Circle, and eradicated scurvy. Oh, here's the real unpoliticised story of Captain James Cook. James Cook's story isn't about privilege, it's about grit. Born in 1728 to a Yorkshire farmhand, he grew up in a mud cottage with 7 siblings. By 16, he quit school to work in the coal shipping trade. While hauling coal, he became obsessed with ship's navigation and the sea. In 1755, at 26 years old, Cook joined the Royal Navy. For a low-born sailor, rising in rank was impossible. Officers were aristocrats, the 1%. Cook's laser-like focus and skill in cartography mapping set him apart. He was already beginning to make a name for himself, earning respect. Cook's big break came during the 7 Years' War. His map of the St. Lawrence River was so precise they helped Britain win Quebec from the French. His reward, leading the voyage that would redefine exploration, the HMS Endeavour. On his first voyage, 1768 to 1771, Cook mapped Australia's east coast, circumnavigated New Zealand, observed the 1769 transit of Venus, and catalogued countless plants and animals with Joseph Banks as part of the Royal Society directives. Cook's genius wasn't just in mapping, it was in diet and cleanliness. Inspired by James Lyne's finding on scurvy, Cook traded with locals for fresh food and fed his man sauerkraut and maltwort. While other captains lost half their crews, Cook brought most men home alive. Cook's second voyage on HMS Resolution, 1772 to 1775, crossed the Antarctic Circle, proved Terra Australis to be a myth, discovered Pacific Islands. Cook's crew also used the new K1 chronometer to calculate longitude and record locations which had been difficult prior. Cook remained modest and loyal to his wife and children, avoiding the liberties his crew enjoyed with native women. Concerned about the spread of venereal diseases like syphilis, he enforced strict hygiene and discipline to protect both his men and the natives. Apparently the naked Tahitian beauties were, beautiful, irresistible. Cook died on February 14th, 1779, during his third voyage in Kalekua Bay. Oh, I don't know if I said that right. Cook's third voyage, 1776 to 1779, ended tragically. After discovering Hawaii, tensions rose, a skirmish broke out, and Cook was killed by Hawaiian warriors. Even in death, his impact was immense. James Cook charted more of the world than anyone else in history. He saved lives, advanced science, and pushed the limits of human exploration. From a Yorkshire farm boy to the world's greatest navigator, his story inspires to this day. That's it, pretty much. There you go. Captain Cook. Okay, Lozzie B said, if you could vote to replace Dutton as leader of the Liberal Party, who would you choose? I would choose Matt Canavan, that's the other one, or Senator Alex Antic, there you go, as both have old school conservative common sense values. Australia needs strong opposition to Labor and the Greens because currently Liberal Australia seems to be using the same playbook as Labor and leaning more and more to the left, and that's not good. Can someone with balls please get up there and shove this man, Dutton, aside? Seriously. Okay. Rod D. Martin said, breaking inside the massive Trump DOJ shake-up you need to know about, a thread that will blow your mind. Let me tell you what's really happening behind closed doors at DOJ right now. 20-plus career officials sidelined overnight. This is just the beginning. Bombshell, Trump's team isn't waiting for Senate confirmations. They're moving now, pushing out long-time prosecutors who've been there for years. These are people who've been politicising justice for years. No longer the Merrick Garland reign of terror is over. The purge is hitting every major division: criminal division, national security, internal affairs. Here's the genius part. They found a loophole to make this stick. Federal regulations generally protect career employees from being reassigned for at least 120 days after new leadership takes over. But Pam Bondi, apparently that's how it's pronounced, not Bondi like you do in Australia, hasn't been confirmed yet. The firings come from the acting AG. It gets even better. Ed Martin, yes, the Stop the Steal organiser, is now DC's acting US attorney. Let that sink in. Martin's record, leader of the Eagle Forum, wants total abortion ban, zero exceptions for rape, incest, fought to expose and stop the 2020 election fraud, defend J6 political prisoners. Meanwhile, in New York, John Durham's son, yes, that John Durham, takes over EDNY. Dad investigated the origins of the Russian collusion hoax. Son has gone after legal aliens, including MS-13 gang members. Wow, his father doesn't look that old. Meanwhile, the all-important SDNY gets Danielle Sassoon, the prosecutor who took down Sam Bankman-Fried and prominent sex traffickers. She even clerked for Justice Scalia. At least someone has a real track record. But wait, it gets better. The FBI shake-up is just the beginning, and even before Kash Patel arrives, it's getting wild. Tom Ferguson, who worked for Jim Jordan on investigating the weaponisation of government, is back at the FBI. He spent 22 years there before joining Team Jordan. A look at Ferguson's LinkedIn reveals he hates woke ideology, fights socialism, says FBI forgot their oath. Now he's back in charge as part of the FBI's new leadership. Christopher Wray, gone. Paula Bate, retired. The people who weaponise law enforcement against half the country are falling like dominoes. This is what draining the swamp looks like in real time. As I've been telling you all week, heads are finally rolling. The deep state tried to kill Trump and is taking no prisoners this time. The truth, this isn't just a shake-up, it's a complete overhaul of our justice system. It's the only way to restore equal justice. It's long overdue, and we're watching it happen in real time. Stay tuned for more updates. Rod Martin report. And that was from Rod D. Martin, in case you missed that. Okay. Gunther Eagleman said the motion to invoke. Oh, no, I have read that one. Okay, so what time is it? 25 minutes? Is that enough? Is everybody ready if we go over to Rumble for a call-in show? What do we got here? And is this the most updated? Let me have a look. Just want to make sure. Yes, it is. Trump's still holding rallies, post-inauguration rally in Las Vegas, expected to follow through on no tax on tips promise. Stephen A. Smith stuns Bill Maher with crowd with brutal truth bomb on why Trump is the people's president. Oh. General Michael T. Flynn, the CIA's continuing war on Donald Trump. Watch as the crowd goes wild as Trump announces no tax on tips and teases elimination of income tax in Las Vegas. Byzantine Catholic Patriarchate 8, the fruit of Vatican II after 60 years, the transformation of the new Catholic Church into a New Age pseudo-church, part 1. Some of these are really interesting. I might have to read some. I really want to see what's going on here. The parable of the wicked vine dressers, Luke 20:19. 9F. What's the F? Fully applies to Vatican II and the post-conciliar period culminating in the arch-heretic Bergoglio. Bergoglio and the apostate structure had taken possession of God's vineyard and are destroying it. In 1958, Angelo Roncalli, John the 23rd, is it? A proponent of modernism, was elevated to the papacy. I can't talk today. He soon convened the Second Vatican Council and appointed modernists as its moderators. He opened the door to the heresies of modernism that had already been condemned by St. Pius X. They began to spread massively under the authority of the council and pope, and it was impossible to fight against them. They could now ravage Christ's vineyard without resistance. Through his synodal path, the invalid Pope Francis Bergoglio has legalized the outrageous sin of sodomy. He has obliged bishops and priests to bless same-sex unions. He has thus subjected the vineyard of Christ to the dominion of the spirit of the Antichrist and transformed the Catholic Church by his heretical teachings into a New Age anti-church as synagogue of Satan. After looking at the hall with the reptile head, I'm not surprised. The transformation of the hierarchy had already taken place when individual episcopal conferences, except for Africa and Eastern Europe, adopted the suicidal fiducia supplicans. The bishops were obliged to reject this rebellion against God. By accepting it, they were excommunicated. I can't read this. Latte? Sentente? I have no idea. They must repent and renounce this betrayal of Christ, otherwise the priests and the faithful are bound in conscience before God to separate themselves from them as from unrepentant Judases. Now in the so-called implementation phase, Bergoglio is working to put this thing here, fiducia supplicans, far out, Brussels sprout, I don't know how to say it, into practice. Every bishop who has accepted this heretical declaration is guilty of this crime. He allows the false prophet Bergoglio to morally poison not only the bishop himself, but also his entire diocese. In this year, 2025, in this year of the Lord, 2025, the apostate Bergoglio has proclaimed a jubilee year and with it a whole series of pilgrimages. The anti-penitence associated with the pursuit of indulgences will cause much movement and an apparent revival of the church. In fact, these activities are a great deception. They conceal Bergoglio's separation from the teachings of Christ and from Christ's way of salvation. With pious phrases, Catholics will be forced to pray for the intentions of the so-called Holy Father in order to obtain indulgences. Through his ecclesiastical spectacle, the lie will be drummed into the heads of the faithful that the heretic consecrated to Satan is the legitimate pope. In this way, the sodomite fiducia supplicans anti-gospel will gradually be incarnated in every diocese and parish. During this period, Bergoglio will abolish priestly celibacy and introduce the ordination of women as deacons and priests without opposition. And that's not supposed to happen. There are certain positions that women are not supposed to be in. Hey, Del, how you going? David, how you going? Darren, how you going? Have I said hello to everyone? I think I've tried. Okay, this is insane. This is just right out there in your face now. In addition, pagan elements and the spirit of paganism will be introduced into the liturgy. Is that how you say it? Liturgy? I don't know. Bergoglio is thus pursuing the Satanization of the church. If he has legalized the abominable sin of sodomy, other sins against the 6th and 9th commandments no longer have any weight. Then there's no point in Christ's sacrifice on the cross for our sins, nor in its being made present in the holy liturgy. Under the leadership of the pseudo-pope Bergoglio, I've been saying it all wrong, and his followers, there is now truly a synagogue of Satan. The camouflage of pilgrimages and indulgences can be compared to the coups of colour revolutions. How could the church have fallen into such a state of spiritual blindness? Who prepared the ground for this? It was the Second Vatican Council. It committed 3 great sins. Oh, seriously, I think the Protestant church has gone the same way, a long time ago. They're the same. The first sin, it consciously neglected to voice the unambiguous truth and to clearly condemn heresies. The second sin, it deliberately used ambiguous terms that allow for different interpretations. They were enforced by the moderators of the so-called Rhine Alliance in the post-conciliar era. They even drew unambiguous conclusions from ambiguous terms and legalized heresies. The third sin, the conciliar documents incorporate statements that border on heresy or are outright heretical. Moreover, the 2 greatest crimes of the council are the incarnation of the pan-heresy of modernism through the historical critical method and the unbridled veneration of, even fascination with, pagan cults worshipping demons and Satan. In short, Vatican II was the greatest tragedy of the 20th century. It anchored, codified and accepted the whole mentality of modernity, liberalism and anti-morality in the heart of the Catholic Church. By adopting ambiguous concepts, the spirit of lies undermined all dogmas. We are now reaping its pernicious fruits. Bergoglio has fully aligned himself with the aggiornamento of Vatican II, that is, with the spirit of the world, by proclaiming the sodomite anti-gospel. He has embraced the same spirit of Antichrist as the Freemasons and has secretly given it full power in the church. The 19th century Masonic instruction of the Alta Vendita reads, Catholics will be marching under our banner, all the while thinking they're marching under the banner of the Apostolic Keys. Richard Day, a prominent Freemason, said shortly after the Second Vatican Council, some will think the church will oppose all this, but in reality the church will help us. The Masonic plan is one government, one currency and one religion. But that one religion is not the Church of Christ, it's the New Age pseudo-religion. To achieve their one religion plan, the Masons had to undermine the religious and moral foundations upon which the Church of Christ stands. And so they infiltrated. And they did it to the Protestant church too. That is why I do not go to church, because I pray at home. I cannot, I don't know, the Protestant went, sideways somewhere along the way as well, like lots of their churches. And I'm really disappointed in them. But what do you do? Vatican II served their purpose. It opened the door to the heresy of modernism, and its hammer is the historical critical method. It's a bundle of all the heresies that question the fundamental truths of the faith, such as the divinity of Christ, his redemptive death on the cross, his real and historical resurrection, and the supernatural inspiration of Holy Scripture. Modernist heresies and the spirit of the world have been transplanted into all schools of theology. The Declaration Nostra et, oh God, I can't say these things, et opened the door to anti-mission within the church through the so-called respect for other religions. This created a false entire cum ecclesia, as if the pagan path of worshipping Satan and demons, and on the other hand, the death of Christ on the cross, were equivalent paths to salvation. This spiritual poison has poisoned the church for the entire 60 years after the council, thus preparing it to accept the mass apostasy that the pseudo-pope Bergoglio is consummating. The Declaration Fiducia Supplicans has legalized the gravest of moral sins. Bergoglio is bringing the spirit of Vatican II to fruition with his agenda of false anti-gospel. The power structure of the ecclesiastical legal organisation, which controls the last parish and the last Catholic, serves him well. Thus, the Freemasons have used the ecclesiastical structure to destroy the teachings of Christ and the gospel of salvation through the abused papal authority. It is a process of spiritual suicide for the Catholic Church. Bergoglio today calls it the implementation phase of the synodal journey. What a terrible responsibility each Catholic bishop has in these extraordinary times. By accepting fiducia supplicans and not separating themselves from the pseudo-pope, but submitting to his false authority, the bishops are complicit in his crimes. Moreover, they're creating the conditions for the Bergoglio to complete this spiritual suicide of the church down to the last parish. No. The sin of papalatry, which defies an arch heretic consecrated to Satan by a sorcerer, is the greatest crime of our time. Why? Because the heresy of papalatry does not allow the truth to be called truth, the heretic to be called a heretic, and therefore does not even allow for saving repentance. What repentance does God unconditionally demand today? Bishops and priests in their dioceses must renounce fiducious supplicans. They must renounce the poisoned root, namely the heresies and spirit of the Second Vatican Council, and they must separate themselves from the pseudo-pope Bergoglio, who has excommunicated himself from the church many times and is not its head. Holy guacamole. Make Catholicism great again. I don't know. I didn't think it'd be so out there, in your face. I don't know. Okay, Texas DP arrests smuggler transporting 5 illegal aliens wearing construction vests to blend in. NATO soldiers in Poland exposed sensitive data by negligent usage of fitness app. Security breach. Silly. Pete Hegseth delivers his first message to the military as the new US Secretary of Defense. And just in, CIA Director John Ratcliffe releases analysis by Biden's CIA favouring COVID lab leak theory. Which one? Alex, do you mean the... Okay, hang on. I'm going to put this story so you can read it for yourself. Is this what you mean? That's actually like... sad. Really, really sad. Hang on a sec. I think for the Catholic Church. Wow. And it's funny because I knew about the Protestant church. That's why I don't go to church, because I don't trust these people. Where was I up to here? Wow. Yeah, that's really disappointing. Okay, where was I up to? I think we're going to wrap it up shortly. Exposing media bias, the truth about Trump's birthright citizenship and drug pricing executive orders. Interesting. All praise and glory to God. Pete Hegseth speaks during swearing-in ceremony for Defence Secretary. Kirsty Noem confirmed as DHS Secretary by vote of 59-34. California secessionists just took their first major step towards a bid for independence. Experts suggest how Trump could take Greenland, move in troops for a decade. I think it could decide the entire fate of Europe, maybe the entire fate of the world. Elon Musk speaks to AfD rally in Germany, goes all out to convince people to vote AfD. And Trump also absolutely destroying Democrat Rep Brad Sherman in a fiery spat over FEMA. It's all going on. To Catch a Predator host Chris Hansen helps ICE catch pedophile illegal immigrants. I hope so. Watch live. Senate expected to vote in favour of confirming Kristi Noem as DHS. Yeah, that was happening. For the first time, Nigel Farage's Reform UK surges to first place in new poll, overtaking Tories and leaving PM Starmer's failing Labor in third. Holy shit. Byzantine Catholic Patriarch Kate, an open letter to President Donald Trump and Robert Kennedy Jr. The curse on America comes from within, brought down by deep state and deep church. Okay, I'm going to have to read that at another time. Wow. Lifelong Catholic border czar Tom Homan fires back at hypocritical Pope Francis's criticism of deporting criminal illegal aliens. There you go. This is it's still going. President Trump fires 17 inspectors general in Friday night purge. 17. What's the 17th letter of the alphabet? Q. But that's what people were saying on the day on the 20th of January. Okay, I'm going to read some comments and then we're going to go over to... Hang on. Oh, there you go. Okay, then we're going to go over to Rumble so I can have a call in so that whoever wants to call in can call in. Out to lunch said, Merry Australia Day, mad for short. That's a good one, out to lunch. Watched last night on TV. Deb said, hello, Hev and Hev I. It's Happy Australia Day. Amy said, Happy Australia Day to all, you and all Aussies. Love you, Hev, and Hev family. You too, Amy. Deb J said, hey, twin, Hev and out to lunch. Happy Australia Day. Make Australia great again. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. Soon. It'll happen. Deb J said, hello, Amy and anyone I miss. Out to lunch said, large test tomorrow, nuclear, I hear. You know how some tests are live sometimes? Really? Hang on. Yep, okay. Let's see what we can find. I can't find anything recent. Okay, I can't find anything recently. Okay. I don't know. I can't find anything. I don't know. Okay, I can't find anything on that. Keep me posted. Keep me posted on that one. Out to lunch if you hear any more. Okay, Alex said, love the hat, Hev. My Australia Day hat. Have lift off. Happy Australia Day, said Paul. Deb R said, hello, my beautiful twin Deb J. Hello, our beautiful Alex. Pat's. How you going, Pat? Okay, Deb said, bloody brilliant. Mark said, I'm listening to you, always hitting the like button. Thank you very much, guys. It helps. Every like helps. Paul said, great day today. It's a beautiful day out there. Yeah. Alex said, awesome. Rails said, hi, Hev. All happiest Aussie day. Ego Shredder said, music, Hev. Deb said, you look Aussie. I am Aussie. Hey. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Deb said, what will they find stuff they are, what they will find stuff they are hiding? Alex said, that told her. Ego Shredder said, ha ha ha, you sure did. Deb said, one amazing, beautiful Mrs. Trump. She is. Alex said, argan oil is great. I didn't use argan oil, you know. I used, how do you say it, jojoba oil, jojoba oil, and avocado oil. And it's very nice. It's very shiny. Looks a little oily though. Okay, but anyway, I have to rinse it off tonight, so I did it last night. Bad timing, but anyway. But argan oil, I've heard, is great for your hair. Sybil said, build back better is Cisco. They just burn it all and build nothing. Yeah, I think so, Sybil. Alex said, I wonder if we'll see more fires so people can't start to rebuild. Mouse of Doom said, Bezos, Baldilocks is the new trend. No oils required. Deb said, my hairdresser said I could even use my coconut oil too. Yes, you can. I've done that before. Just that coconut oil, you know how if it's cold it sort of dries hard? Yeah. Well, these ones are always liquid, so I don't know, they're really soaking into the hair. It's quite interesting, actually. Deb said, I got pictures of you having your Aussie flag. Yay. Sybil said, hi there, Alex, everyone in chat. Happy Saturday. Michelle Epp said, hi, everyone. Darren said, good evening. Can't post much at the moment as using a pad and can't see text without magnifying glass. Oh, God love you, Darren. Good to hear you. Good to see you. Know you're doing all right. Sybil said, hi there, Michelle. Hope everyone's doing good. Deb said, hello, Michelle Epp. Mouse of Doom said, I've seen the 10 days of social media post thing being referred to as 10 days of darkness. But wasn't it 3 days? No, it was 10 days originally, but the Bible says 3 days of darkness. That's what people were getting confused with, I think. Tim Air said, hello. How you going, Tim Air? I hope you can jump on with us shortly. I'm going to go over to Rumble shortly. I just got to make a cup of coffee because I don't have much of my tea left. And I really miss that daily coffee now. Deb's saying hello to everybody, and everyone's saying hello to Deb. And everyone's saying hello to each other. Sybil said, thanks, Hev. Well done, dear. Thank you, Sybil. Darren said, hey, Deb and Alex doing well so far. That's good to hear. Alex said, maybe they were taken out too, so they couldn't testify. David Cameron, how you going? Hev, Alex, and love to you all here. God love you. Hit that like button. Thank you. Hope you're doing good, Alex. Alex said, a wise Yorkshireman. Alex said, I'm not too bad, thank you. Hope you're well too, David. Ego Shredder said, Alex, he always found the shortest route because he was tight. Just kidding, I'm a Yorkshire man too. Frugal but not tight. Okay. Dell said, David Cameron, all right, guy? Dell said, hello, Hev, excuse my Lannis, I had a dribbly sleep after dinner. That's okay. Lateness, you mean? Oh, this is going to be hot. Shit. Oh, it's steamed up my glasses. That's how hot it is. Well, the candle works well to keep it hot. Okay, I'll just put that down for a minute. I'm not going to try that. I'm going to burn my mouth out. Right, clear those glasses. Alex said, yes, Starmer pushed through people writing words on the internet to send them to prison. The world is backwards. It is. Del said, Vatican II is a Sodom. Oh, God love you.
Timar28 tipped $25. I'll be joining. The med info is fairly brief. Should anyone want to discuss that today?
Yes, I do. I need to discuss. Thank you, Tim Air, you legend. Okay. We'll get through these comments and then we'll jump over. Del said Vatican II is a sodomist age of satanic infiltration and Chapel of Vatican, etc. Yeah, I think Catholics need to reclaim the Vatican, like the church. I think they need to reclaim. I think Protestants probably do too. It's disappointing to hear that, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. Needs major reform. I don't know if it'll survive. It'll have to be like private little Catholic churches or something, not like, because that's the head of a snake, that thing, the Vatican. I don't know if you've seen their hall, the Serpent Hall, people call it. Looks like a massive snake. Del said, your rectum is for bodily functions and hiding contraband from prison staff. Got it? Not deviant fetishes. Yes, I'd agree with the first part. It's a bodily function, should not be used in any other way. I agree with that, Del. Yep. They've just... Sodom and Gomorrah. The whole world is Sodom and Gomorrah right now. It is insane. Yes, Del. Jesus says no to anal, okay? Shannon said, g'day from the Riverland, South Australia. How you going, Shannon? Del said, Alex, g'day, ma'am. Tips hat and fires a 6-gun. Alex said, this is why I don't go to church anymore. They're leading God's children further and further away from him. Although my mum has a really good priest who's completely switched on. Good. Hopefully they need to stand up against this. Like it's going to be an internal struggle. Del said, Deb, good evening, Debs. Hope you're well. Alex said, please, can you send that to me so I can show my mum? And I did. I put the link in the thing. Yep, cool. Deb said, the more I learn in religion, the less I will partake. The best thing is to read the Bible yourself. Honestly, that's what I think. And if you can't see it and you need to, there are, on YouTube at least there were, people reading the Bible, okay? There's the King James Version. There's probably Catholic versions. I'm sure there's New Age versions. That's the problem. But, get back to the original ones if you can, as close as you can get. I don't know. That was really disappointing. Even though I knew this, but it's still to read it now out loud and just go, oh, like they really, Deb said, all religions that are available today, I feel, all corrupt. I think maybe certain churches aren't. I think like individual churches may still follow the right way, but how do you, I don't even know how to find them now. Go and sit in one until you're here, and I don't know about that. Ask the priest, do you believe in same-sex marriage? Do you believe in welcome to country in Australia? Because that's what they all had signs, all of our uniting churches and apparently Protestant churches had all this woke shit. And it's like, what are you doing? Anyway. Deb said they snuffed out all the true religions. Alex said the whole world is inverted. Yep. Kachega said the correct Australia Day is in July, the last Sunday, not this crap date. It has nothing to do with Australia Day, as that was originally to raise funds to support the wounded. First was 1915. Fair enough, Kachega. But while everyone, like all the Aussies, are celebrating Australia Day, I will do the same. Deb said there are lots of Aussie parties on. Yeah, I'm not there. I can't party, see, anymore. So I'm just going to party online here, right? Because by the time I go to the city, I'm already exhausted just getting there, right? Let alone doing anything while I'm there. And I'll be going on my own. It's not so much fun, is it? No. When you're my age. Jesus, help me. I don't know who else can. Stu, how you going? Just dropping in to say g'day, then dropping out to do a load of recycling and fly the blue ensign on my Aussie Army truck just to piss off all the Chinese and Indians who cannot integrate. Exactly. Just got to make sure my flag's not catching on fire through that candle. Deb said, how interesting, Conchega. Yeah, Paranormal Oz, how you going? Hi, Hev. Hi, everyone. Happy Australia Day. You too. Deb said, hello to our Stu. Alex said, maybe you can post a link to the test when we go over to Rumble, out to lunch. Deb said, hello, Paranormal Oz. Alex said, it may well turn into real world, especially now Trump is in. They probably want to cause as much disruption as possible. I think so. Sybil said, thanks, Hev. Much love. No worries. Virginia, how you going? Alex said, I'll have to try that oil mix. Oh, yeah, it's really like just very, I don't know, very soft. I just shampooed and then just did not condition. I just got the oil in my hands and I put it through my hair, smothered my hair. Alex said, I use coconut oil too. I'll warm it up in my hands, then put it on, not too much though. Well, I did that once and my hair, because it gets really cold up here when it's cold, you know, and my hair kind of went a bit stiff. I didn't like it. It wasn't like soft. It wasn't, you know. And I didn't like it because it was so cold that it went hard, like in my hair. I didn't mix it with anything else. That's probably the problem. Deb said, thank you, Conchega. I will be investigating that. Deb said, yes, coffee. Alex said, I just had to eat sandwich roll with a nice cup of tea. Nice. Stu said, I might boil a billy and have a tea, cook a damper and drink a 6-pack of Cooper's sparkling. Nice one. I should have had a drink today, but I don't drink, so. Ego Shredder said, it's a hard life, lol. Hope it tasted good. Shannon said, that's not a slouch hat, Hev. Look, you look like a Mexican. It's not supposed to be a slouch hat. Shannon? It was a cheapie from Woolworths before they stopped selling Australia Day shit. That's what it was. Okay. Deb said, thank you to our doctors. Tim Air, looking forward to call in. Alex said, that's what I didn't like when I used to wear glasses. Steaming up, yes. Deb said, just an exit. Alex said, it was lovely and well needed, Ego. Deb said, still part of the system if they don't stop it. Stu said, get bitter by bull and sway a few bush flies. Steal a sheep and then eat it and roll out me swag. Deb said, spirituality and churches are two different things. Alex said, I said to my mum a while ago that her parishioners should all help their priests start a new congregation away from the Catholic Church, even if it's a small hall or something for now. Deb said, religion's about money, I thought, nowadays. Deb said, you know them by their fruits. Shannon said, no need, no intermediary between you and God. That's what I think. I think you need to read the Bible yourself and pray yourself. Alex said, I will ask her to send that article to him or I'll show it to him. Deb said, I'm going to a memorial today. Oh, God love you, Deb. Where am I up to? Shannon said, Bamira markets are on today. May go, may not, lol. Deb said, I'm not going to the pub party. Deb said, yes, please, don't catch fire, Hev. Shannon said, you mean daycare party, lol? Alex said, yes, I have a personal relationship with God and speak to him directly, Shannon. Deb said, yes, daycare party. I never stay long. I fly in, fly out. Shannon said, God should always be capitalised, Alex. Stu said, the pubs are all mostly owned now by overseas companies. Shannon said, pin one side up, Hev. What do you mean? pin both sides up. Deb said, my mum said she's going to talk to God in the loo. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm in there. Go, dear God, why is this happening? Oh, I don't know if anyone got that or not. Sherry, how you going, Sherry? Alex said, yeah, look at that demon preacher bloke with his private jet. I know. I can't remember his name. He's insane. Hang on, let me see if I can find him. I'm just going to type demon preacher. I bet you he'll come up. Oh, no, some band has come up instead. Oh, no, he did come up. Hang on. Kenneth Copeland. Yeah, see, all these bands came up first, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not him. And then I just scroll down and go, oh, there he is. There's a couple of them. Yeah, there you go, that guy. He's evil looking, honestly. I don't know. It's the eyes, man. It's the eyes. Holy guacamole. Shannon said, praying to the porcelain bus. Deb said, how the hell could people not see the evil man is so obvious? Shannon said, Barmera. Okay, thank you for correcting me. I need that. If I say anything wrong and you know the proper pronunciation, please always put it in the chat. Don't think you're going to insult me. You're not. I'd rather know how to say it than not. Okay, Shannon said, one side to make an Aussie slouch hat. Are you sure you're an Aussie? Well, I'm trying. One side, that doesn't look right. Does it? Shannon? I don't know. Maybe that side. I don't know. Now Shannon's got me totally confused. I'm going to have to look it up now. There you go. Shredder said, rumble, here we come. Humble, here we come. Yes, humble and rumble, here we come. Alex got it. Kenneth Copeland. Dell said, we walk through dark valleys, my friends. We do. Stu said, one side, heaven put a few chicken feathers on it. The Aussie troops told the Yanks they were roof feathers. Really? So one side and some chook feathers in there. Okay. Thank you, guys. Alex said, Google knows it was a demon preacher, though, too. Yeah, it did. Alex said he's a horrible bloke. Dell said, what was it? Hitler was a communist, just got that now after 5 decades, rest all words. Shannon said, look up Remix Bros. They used Kenneth Copeland samples in their song. Really? Stu said, the left side of the hat. That is the left side. There you go. Dell said, Hitler, sorry, still edible squishy. Oh, no worries, Dell. And Deb said, love spell check. Okay. Alex, can you put the, did we put the Rumble link in the chat? Can you, or can I? Can I? Yeah, well, and there's some crocodile teeth as well on the hat. My computer shut down. It's going to take me ages to open Word again. Oh, no, it's open. There you go. Hang on. Where is Rumble? I'm just going to put both channels in there. I don't know. And paste. So anyone want to join us over on Rumble? Because we're going to have a call-in show over there. Stu said, Deb, I had to disable spell check. Trying to relearn spelling is fun. Okay, guys, with that, I'm going to say goodbye. And in about 10, 15 minutes, I'll see you over on Rumble. Depends on how long it takes me to make a coffee. Look at my phone. What happened? Oh, did you send me a picture of it? Yep, you did. Hang on. Slouch Chat. That's a Slouch Chat. Cool. Okay, guys, with that, I'm going to go, and I shall see you over on Rumble very shortly.